social media can be a really cool thing when searching for inspiration, finding your style tribe, learning new things. But I also think it's lulled us into this like false sense of everybody looks perfect like the instant they put their clothes on. And this is just not true. Anyone that you see online, guaranteed, especially if they're like in the fashion space or whatever, I guarantee you they've changed or tweaked their outfit at least 2 or 3 times before taking that photo. And so often I think we can have a lot of wardrobe dissatisfaction by just throwing on a garment in the morning and expecting it to look flawless and perfect and make us look like effortlessly chic or whatever it is that we want to look like. I think all of that is false. And if you're struggling with a garment that just isn't working, I have 4 quick tips for you that you can do to either tweak the garment, tweak the outfit, and really see if it's the garment that actually doesn't work for you, your style, your body, or if it's just a matter of, you know, spending a little bit more time on it and making it work for you. You're not gonna like this first one, but has the garment been steamed or ironed, or has it been sitting crumpled in the back of a closet or at the very like bottom of a drawer? Chances are when you pull that piece out and try it on, it's not gonna look good. Often when you steam a garment or it's been ironed, the fabric actually falls and drapes nicer on the body. You'll be able to manipulate it easier and get a better sense of what it's actually supposed to look like. So there's good news and bad news here. The good news is that it's never anything wrong with your body. And this goes for all of the points in the rest of the video. Your body is perfect. Even when it comes to wonky sizing, yes, it's all across the board. Your body is perfect. There is nothing wrong with it. It's the clothing that isn't fitting or suiting you properly for whatever reason. So that's the good news. The bad news is that you're gonna have to spend some time doing some ironing and steaming, which, I mean, I love doing that. I find it very therapeutic. But if you're one of those people who hates doing those things, I mean, it's gonna have to be done. Give it a try and see what kind of a difference it makes in the garments and how they fit you and fall on your body. This next one I say all the time, so I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it's all about fit. Sometimes you throw something on, you're really not liking the way it looks, but I would encourage you to take a minute or 2 and figure out from the lens of fit if there are parts of the garment that are maybe too tight in some places, or maybe they're too loose or gaping in others. What's important about this piece though is to really focus on how you like your clothes to fit. I don't think there is any one size fits all rule. I talked about this in another video that everyone wants to kind of land on the spectrum of oversized versus super skinny or super tight fitting. It's up to you where you want to land, and then from there you can figure out, okay, what's wrong with the fit of this garment? Why aren't I liking how it looks on my body? I also think we need to really deprioritize the idea that something should be quote unquote flattering. I think, yes, it's really important to feel and look great in our clothes, but it doesn't necessarily have to, you know, make us look thinner or taller or whatever if that's not what we're after. So it's really important to understand your body and understand how you want to look in clothes. And this will hopefully also underscore the idea that there's nothing wrong with you or your body. Again, it's simply a matter of tweaking the clothing and figuring out why they're not working. This next one is probably the piece that I tweak all the time because it's the hardest to nail right when you're pulling an outfit together or to even just visualize in your head. It really requires trial and error, trying things on, switching them out, looking at yourself in the mirror, and I talk about this all the time, and that is proportions. Like fit, it's really important to understand how you like to play with proportions. Do you like more dramatic and oversized things, or do you like something that feels a little bit more balanced and harmonious? Everybody's different. There is no right or wrong answer here, but before you jump into tweaking your outfit, figure out, do I want the oversized look? Do I want a little bit of definition? Do I want something to feel like it has a lot of tension, you know, like something really big and oversized oversized with a super like slim pant. That's what you have to figure out first. And then from there, you can really tweak your outfit. So it might be an issue, not so much with the garment itself, but it might be an issue with the waistline of the trouser that you paired it with, or maybe the hemline of the skirt that you're working with. Or maybe if you want a more balanced and harmonious look, for example, maybe you're trying on a pair of wide leg jeans and for whatever reason, your go-to flats are just not feeling right with all of that volume. So maybe you switch it out for a sneaker or like a really fun platform shoe, something that has a little bit more visual weight so that there's more balance and harmony. It does take a bit of time, which is why if you've got time, even if it's like 10 minutes the night before, to plan your outfit and do that quick trying on and swapping out a little bit before, you'll save so much more time in the morning and you'll save yourself so much frustration with your clothes. My fourth tip is to simply try giving that garment a tweak. It almost never happens that I throw a garment on and it just like falls perfectly and tucks perfectly and rolls perfectly and that it looks amazing the instant that I put it on. I mean, that just never happens. I often find if I do expect a garment to do that, my look feels boring, not styled, not lived in, not like myself, just really uninteresting and uninspired. And that's a really easy train to get on, to be like, okay, but then this is just such a boring thing. Why did I buy it? Out it goes. Rather than assuming our clothing should look perfect the second we put it on our body, try giving it a tweak or two. Maybe it's like rolling the sleeves, giving it a tuck, or leaving it completely undone or unbuttoning, like if it's a cardigan, for example, like a super basic item. Maybe instead of wearing it traditionally as you normally would over a cami or as a sweater, maybe you try unbuttoning some of the few bottom buttons, you throw on a belt. So this way you've got maybe a little bit of midriff showing, you're showing off like an interesting accessory. Maybe you try throwing it on backwards, push up the sleeves and like call it a day. It's so rare that a garment will look instantly amazing when we put it on our body, and it can actually be fun to identify what little tweaks we like to do over and over again, because they can become part of our style uniform. They can become part of a signature style, which I find, as boring as it sounds, the more you repeat these little signature tweaks and signature moves, the more you'll likely come into your own style and develop your own signature style, which is a really good feeling and can make you feel so much more confident about the clothes you already have. And also to find, kind of like re-find that joy in some of your old favorites and your old classics. So that is what I have for you today. I hope those little tweaks helped. Let me know if you liked them, if you learned something new in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new or if you just liked it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your evening, your week. It means so much that you are here. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next slow fashion video. Ciao.